We all know home life, such as how, when, and where we grew up, matters and shapes who we are. But do we really know how much it actually affects our lives?
People can be born with the predisposition to act with intent of risk, but it is actually found that how they are raised, both positively and negatively, affects a person's cognitive ability or the type of person they are by a great amount.
In a study that I helped conduct at the Virginia Tech Biomedical Research Institute, we are looking at just this thing. By having multiple participants in a study, we first take a detailed history of their home life and any maltreatment, such as physical abuse or neglect, or even something like a divorce or past experiences of depression and anxiety. We then study these individuals as they go through their life. They come back for check-in appointments where they do questionnaires and take MRI scans where they conduct activities to test such risk behaviors.
It is then seen to be a correlation of maltreatment and a participant's overall cognitive ability and how it was changed. This leads to certain risky behaviors such as drug use, crime tendencies, risky sexual behaviors, or even if they have a tendency to speed while driving.
My work on the study is to conduct these MRIs and to see how the participants' neurological ability is affected over the adolescent period of their lifetime. It is shown that while some may have a psychopathological predisposition, it is mostly their experiences that cause this behavior. Our lab found that the growth model indicated that regardless of gender, physical abuse was negatively related to initial levels of self-esteem, and physical abuse and physical neglect were positively associated with initial levels of depressive symptoms that lead to risky behaviors. By looking at their brain scans, we see this level of cognitive ability develop through their adolescence.
I have my own experiences with this certain topic. When I was a little girl, I had two cousins who were my favorite people in the world. I basically looked up to them. But their parents were horrible people. My aunt and her husband neglected these kids and they grew up to make so many bad choices. Their dad left them to go start another family with a 23-year-old, but that didn't work out for him either. My cousin Brandon ended up living with him because his mom didn't want to deal with him. His dad called the police on him so many times, so he would go to juvie just because he didn't want the responsibility of being his parent. My other cousin Michaela ended up in legal trouble as well. Their parents treated them like they were nothing, and they grew up believing that.
The reason behind this study and looking deeper into this topic is to possibly find a prevention technique that can be used during these children's lives. By looking into the neurological side of maltreatment, we are hoping to find a way to tap into the cognitive ability of adolescents and find a way to aid the way they were treated and maybe give them a chance at a normal, risk-decreased lifestyle.
Unfortunately, we can't stop the maltreatment of these kids in homes across the world, but by bringing awareness to the topic and to show that scientifically this is a major problem, many people will want to listen, and little by little we can start to change the world for the better.
Thanks for listening to our TED Talk.
Thanks.